Hey Pisces, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your first reading for August. This is going to be a timeless general reading for the signs of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. House rules, this is a timeless reading, so no matter when you find it, it will be relevant for you. Just because it's posted in August, if you find it in December next year, doesn't matter. The message will come to you when it's meant to. My only ask is that since this is a general reading, do not try to force any of the messages. If a part of it doesn't fit, doesn't make sense to your situation, leave that on the table, take the rest. Alright, my lovelies, I hope you have seen the Timeless Tuesday reading as this plane flies overhead. One, because it was a great reading, but two, I'm using it as kind of the foundation for the weekly readings. I talked a little bit about the astrology this week. We have Venus, I believe today, I'm filming this on Wednesday, I believe Venus is leaving her post shadow today, if I remember correctly. Mars just went into his pre-shadow, thank you. We also had I think it's our last quarter moon, first quarter moon, one of the quarter moons. Oh, we'll take that too. So there's this big call for us to be really genuine and authentic in our thoughts, in our messages, in our actions, right? This is a big week to not phone it in, right? You really need to show up for yourself and for your ambitions, whatever you're working on, whatever you've committed to. Like, this is the week to put your money where your mouth is, all right? So kind of seeing, so the Timeless Tuesday kind of goes over like a broader scope for all of us, possibly just for Leo season in general. This is going to be obviously a little more tailored because we're talking to a smaller group of people. But we have new moon in Aries, love, it's time to take action. So if there's something you have been thinking about, worrying about, contemplating, time is now, friends. Time is now. Your hard work is paying off. Yes, new moon in Capricorn. I love that. You guys have been on a roll, Pisces. I believe last week, was that your boss reading? I think that was your boss reading. I don't remember if that was that last week or the week before. Well, I know last week we didn't post, so either the week before that or again the week before that. So it's either 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. But I remember your reading that week was lit. Absolutely lit. So again, more of that to continue. Full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity, getting out of your way, right? Some of you may be harboring some particularly heavier energies, right, around something. For some reason, guilt keeps running through my mind. Like I just keep thinking the word guilt, which is weird. It's not only guilt, but for some reason, guilt is the one that's like coming to the forefront. It's like, let it go. Let it go. Stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it. And then we have step out of your comfort zone here with the North Node. To me, that's most connected to these first two cards about it's time to take action and your hard work is paying off. So if your efforts right now are earning more dividends, why would you not want to put in more? You're going to get even more out of it versus waiting till the momentum slows down and then you're going to do the same amount of work for equal effort or equal reward versus putting in the same amount of effort and getting bonus. Right? Like, this is your time to make some bonus. So get to work. I love this. Absolutely love this. But it sounds like or looks like some of you have some I don't want to say lower vibrations because it's not what it is, but to have some like low vibing emotions that are making you maybe doubt or second guess, right? And again, like there's this weird feeling of guilt. Like, I don't know what that is. For some of you, if it is guilt, and because I just can't get past this like guilt idea, I don't know what it is. For some of you, if it's something you have been thinking over and replaying in your mind, like maybe it's how something played out, right? You know, how some type of resolution came about, and maybe it just wasn't super satisfying to you, to the people involved. If that's what you've been thinking about, this time to take action may be connected to resolving some of that, right? Easing the guilt by solving the solution. And it may not, I don't even want to say it's guilt, like you did something wrong so you have to fix it. You just may not have wanted that outcome to happen, right? So if there's something we can do to shift it or alter it, maybe that's going to apply to some of you. Like I said, I feel like a lot of this has to do with what we were talking about in the last reading, that, you know, your boss reading about what it is you've been manifesting and accomplishing and putting your heart and soul into. I feel like for most of you, that's where that lies. But some of you, they're just, I can't let that go. Like, that just keeps, like, playing. So for some of you, that might be what you need to take action on. So if you've been feeling that way, might be something you want to think about. Page of Cups, very exciting. So it could be dealing with a fellow water sign. Page of Cups could also be some new romance for some of you, a new emotional connection, right? Why do I want to say this? You know what? I'm going to say it anyway. But I'm sorry, I'm having such a weird time saying this because, okay, I'm just going to say it, and then whoever resonates with it, take it. Everyone else, ignore it. For some reason, I almost wonder if this is you, my lovely Pisces. With this Page of Cups coming up, because pages, they're the youngest, you know, most childlike of the suits, right? They're the you know, kind of the beginning levels. So which is nice because it gives them that, like, child-eyed wonder. Everything is new, everything is exciting. Sometimes they can be a little playful, sometimes a little too playful. So I almost wonder, with this Page of Cups coming out as your energy, and then being followed by the Eight of Pentacles, which is the, you know, get to work, do your work, which we already were talking about up here. Some of me wonders, like, are you being a little too playful? Are you letting too many things slide? Are you taking the easier way out right now when really you should be putting in this extra effort, right? Like, are we making excuses for things? Like, as a Cancer, all day, every day, if someone gives me an opportunity to bail out of something, there's a good chance I'll do it just so I can stay wrapped up in my blankets in bed. Like, that's a real thing. So I'm right there with you. Like, oh, you know what? I was so busy too. Rolls back over, puts on Netflix. Like, you know, I get it. But I feel, and the only reason I have a hard time saying that is because I know a couple Pisces in my life, and none of, like, I love all of them. They're all bosses. Like, they're all great. I absolutely love them. So, and I don't picture them doing this, which, you know, might be my own bias, because I'm like, no, they're amazing. Like, you know, but it does feel like you may have been taking the slack a little bit. Like, I've been watching so many, like, BBC comedies, I almost was like, you've been taking the piss. Like, you just, because I just am in that frame of mind, I guess. But this, to me, these two really are talking about, like, you kind of have to get to work, Pisces. We've been a little too lax, or we've made commitments and, you know, have just been finding ways to back out, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, right? So maybe being a little hasty, maybe not being super practical. To a certain Pisces friend out there that I was talking to not too long ago, that might be impulse buying. You know who you are. We're not taking those. That was my giant clumsy hands. Alright. Friend, that was you. I know you didn't like me calling you out, but that's fine. I know you're going to watch this eventually, I think. Where are you in the States? No, you're awake. You're awake. You'll probably end up watching this tomorrow. I know you. Alright. Ooh. This made me happy. What's bottom of the deck right now? Queen of Pentacles, finding your stability. Alright, love this. Love. So we have the Five of Cups. These are those negative emotions we were talking about with that full moon in Scorpio. So this could literally be sadness, right? Sometimes it's mourning, but this is all that sad boo-hoo stuff. I always call the Five of Cups my crying over spilt milk card. Now, is there real mourning and suffering and pain that can come with this card? Yes, totally. So it's a little insulting for me to call it that. But it is. It's my crying over spilt milk card. Because a lot of times what was lost here we're not getting back. Like it's not, it's lost, it's gone, it's by. Which is painful. But when this card comes up, especially, in a lot of my readings, it's a heads up that yes, you've gone through a major loss, but also staying in this energy and sitting in here and crying and weeping and moping isn't going to do anything. It's not. Now, can it be healing for that release and go through those motions? Yes, you definitely need to have that moment to go ahead and cry. Like, that's not a bad thing. But having it show up here in this reading, seeing what we have here, and kind of talking about what we did with the Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, I do feel like we're almost kind of having a bit of a pity party in a sense, where we've been in this for too long. And now we're using this as an excuse for us to tell ourselves, oh, we don't have to do that. We can play a little longer, right? We can take that extra hour break. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I need to have some girl time, or I need to have, have a little binge session with Netflix for a minute. Those are all nice and wonderful things. You can enjoy them when the work's done. And I say that because right after this Five of Cups, we have the World card, and then we have the Fool. I mean, literally, end to the old to make way for the new. But you have to have this ending first. You have to close this out. So you are really starting this whole new journey. And this is the time to get that all squared away, because you're kind of doing two things at the same time. Getting rid and finishing the old, tying up those loose ends, while building this new adventure for you. But part of what's ending is this mindset, this mentality that's letting you, kind of get away with things. Yes, because look at that. Look what we're building. Our Ten of Pentacles, our abundance, our legacy. Hermit card just came out. Okay, that was a lot. So Hermit card was the first card out. So it could be dealing with some spirit guides. You might be receiving messages. Oh, look at that. Oh. I like this. So we have the Four of Pentacles, right? Four of Pentacles, little miserly energy, especially in this deck. He's a little cray. I would almost argue you've been holding on to whatever is trying to leave, whatever is ending. You've been holding on to it a little too tightly. It might even be these negative emotions. And I totally get that, getting addicted to the negative emotions, feeling that shadow stuff and getting addicted to it and staying in that kind of loop for whatever reasons. You can use that moment to manipulate, to change situations in your favor, right? No one throws a pity party because they actually want to celebrate feeling bad about themselves, right? So it could be a little bit of that, hanging and clinging on and using that as a crutch. We don't need to do that at all. Here we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, right? Beautiful energies, right? Beautiful energies for us. And I want to say this is you, this Queen of Cups, evolving from the page, right? So again, nurturing those feelings, getting to a place where you have your own security, you feel safe, you feel guarded and protected, you don't feel open to whatever. This King of Pentacles could be a partner, right? This could be someone around you that helps you feel more stable. If this person's got money, definitely giving you financial stability and at least comfort in that aspect. So this may be a good situation to kind of rebuild and feel more secure. Some of you, this Four of Pentacles, may be living in this energy, right? So that may be creating some of these negative emotions and some of this tension, where there has to be a new balance to things, right? Because let's say this is a pairing, and let's say it makes you feel defensive, right? Because the Queen of Cups can be kind of defensive. She has to guard her cup, right? You can even see in this image she has it closed, right? So there may be a part of this dynamic that makes you go into the defensive, which is where you get into this Four of Pentacles energy. And this isn't fun for us either. This particular card he looks like a little beast, or he always makes me think of a spider. But it's you're less than human here because of that dynamic, right? So for some of you, this may be a nod to find this new balance, right? Because this this may be the center where all that weird stuff is coming from. And this relationship could be blocking, or that situation can be blocking what you're trying to build here. Because if this dynamic continuously puts you back in this Four of Pentacles, this real defensive energy where you kind of have to like use pity to get what you want and try to manipulate situations to where you do feel more comfortable, that's taking time away from this Eight of Pentacles, from you doing the do. One of these people may actually get in the way of you doing this work. They may stop you, right? And not stop you like you can't do this, but like will present distractions, or be like, oh, do you have to do that now? Let's go do this. I want to do this. We should do this. Oh, why are you doing it that way? Like, that's not even, doesn't matter. Like, doesn't matter. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. I don't know. For those, I would say, especially if you kind of subscribed to that second little jump of cards right after the Hermit card, this Hermit card may be coming in for you to really do some reflection about that, to really kind of dig inside and go deep, and really what's going on here. Maybe your guides are trying to tell you something as well, so be aware of signs and synchronicities around you. So definitely some things to be aware of. But the goal is that if there's things holding you back, if there's things slowing you down, those need to go. Because again, that boss reading is not letting up. You literally are starting something fresh and exciting and new, and definitely very prosperous here with the Ten of Pentacles. So stick to your grind, Pisces. Stick to your grind. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for all the love and support you've given me. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought, how it's resonating. I'd love to hear all of that good stuff. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Join my little ride or dies and come back and join us next week. We get to do this all over again. Until then, stay safe, stay sane and healthy. I know the world is still full of uncertainty. We're going to make it through. Just remember to protect yourselves. Take care. I'm sending you my love. And I will see you next week. Bye, Pisces.